Hello, welcome to today's video. So I thought I would do another reacting to because I quite enjoy them and I hope that you do as well. And it's always nice to kind of look back on yourself, laugh at the silly things and the embarrassing things. And also just to see how far you've come in your journey and career and homing in your skill. So I did find my first ever self-tape and on a good note, I got the role, mate. Wait. So that's a good thing, I guess. I literally cannot remember this. I have no idea what I'd done. And this is going to be interesting. So my first self-tape was in 2017. To be exact, it was the 9th of July, 2017. First ever self-tape I've ever done for screen. Like, I'd done a couple assessments here and there from university, or I did do a couple short films for like my friends' projects who were on a film course, but I didn't audition for them. It was just like, mate, do you want to be in it? Cool. I didn't audition. So this was my first official one. I remember it was a job list on Star Now. I was so nervous. But yeah, let's watch this together.
Hello, my name is Gemma Wallace and I'll be reading in for the role of Fallon.
Okay, straight off, let's just examine the frame. My little IKEA trolley in the corner, not a good look. That is distracting as hell. I do not like that. That looks very messy. Literally, the whole point of IKEA, like, thingy, you can move out of the way. That was the luxury of it. So clearly I was a bit... Didn't think of that. The framing, I clearly want the good lighting. And back then I didn't have a tripod, anything like that. So I know exactly where this is. This is in our bedroom. And it's balancing on top of the radiator in front of the window. Because obviously, clearly I thought I need natural lighting, I need good lighting. But the frame isn't quite there. You can probably tell from the angles and where I'm at. I'm probably on my knees or something, or cross-legged. Not a good sign. Let's carry on.
Haven't even been here a day and I've...
Ooh, dramatic one.
Yeah, but it didn't have to be like this.
Oh. Okay, I've already clocked what I'm doing. I'm looking down at my lines. I think I'm doing it kind of naturally, but clearly I haven't remembered my lines. That's such a bad move. I bet I have it just below like here. Let's keep an eye out on it. Hey? Let's keep an eye out on it, and if you notice me looking down.
What did the people we killed look
Fluff
like?
the line.
Some people who would do that.
I can hear it ticking as well. It's probably the radiator, actually.
No, sir.
Okay. What I'm also realising and slowly remembering, I didn't really have anyone to read in for the other person's line. And the way of me dealing with that, as I've kind of said in his videos before, the last kind of thing you could do if you're really desperate is just perform it without the other person reading any lines or hearing any lines, and you're just reacting. I think I'm doing okay for the reacting part, like hopefully. There is kind of a process behind it. It's alright. But yeah, I remember like I just didn't have anyone to read in for me and I had to get it done, so I done with what I could. So yeah, it's not the worst thing, but it's always better to get a reader or at least some type of voice in. But because I'm using my phone to record this, I couldn't call anyone because I didn't have another phone. So yeah, that's a disadvantage.
No, sir.
I feel like my head's a bit too frizzy in this, so need some oils, love. Oh, what are you doing with your mouth, mate?
He was no threat to us anymore. We didn't have to shoot him this far.
Is that a new scene?
Yeah, well, at this point...
Wait. Alright, let's go back a second.
I'm not sure what's worse. No, sir.
No, sir. Looking down. Okay, I flipped the page. What am I doing with my mouth, mate? Oh, something's happened.
He was no threat to us anymore.
I'm looking at the script.
We didn't have to shoot him down this far.
Let's come in shot.
Yeah, well, at this point... I'm not sure what's worse.
I'm not sure what's worse.
Thank you.
Oh, I still do that. Okay, so obviously I didn't have any editing software to do these self-tapes, so I've literally done the scenes back to back in order what they requested in sides. I know I talk a bit of trash about obviously looking down the lines and remembering. Sometimes it's just the reality. You have less than 24 hours to do your self-tape. You need to get it done and you don't remember the lines. And especially at this phase of my career, I was still very new and learning cold reading and being able to get your short-term memory a lot better, and I wasn't able to retain the lines very well. Even though they were clearly very short lines, I couldn't do it. You can kind of tell that I can't process at this point, because I can now, I'm not saying that, but I can see that I'm struggling doing both sides because I'm not hearing the other characters' lines. I can barely remember my own lines, let alone theirs, so that kind of connection of thought process isn't really there, so that is a disadvantage. So yeah, so that kind of, I feel, affects my performance a bit in this. It feels a bit surface level, like the first kind of take, you know, the dry take. But I bet you any money this was like my 10th, 20th take, I can assure you that. But also, like, as I said, I know I give a lot of trash, like with lines. A lot of people don't mind seeing the sides, like, especially if it's a wider frame, sometimes it will be in shots. Often the casting directors don't mind this if your performance is good. You know, if there's a good reason why you still have your sides. Of course, I would say 9 out of 10 will prefer you off book. But sometimes, as I said, the reality is you can't always get it, especially if you have tons of pages like American casting calls. Often you might have like 5-6 pages to learn. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's not the worst thing if it does pop up occasionally in it and, you know, you're processing it. But I would honestly say if you can avoid it and you can have a better positioning of where like lines are that you need a cue of, probably don't do it down below because then they can't see your eyes anymore. I guess it works because they don't see you looking like left or right, but there's better ways of doing it. But I can clearly see in this, I didn't have editing software, I didn't have any point to cut out the two different scenes and make it distinctive of what it is. That just shows the time, era, equipment, but overall it's not a bad audition tape, I don't think. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that, honest to God, because I have some really bad self-tapes, I know I do. But one bit I'm like, what on earth am I doing? Like, let's look at the second half of it. I think maybe I'm holding a weapon, because I remember this being like a sci-fi fantasy and video gamey, everything like that. So I remember there being like futuristic guns. I'm pretty sure that was. So I'm sure I'm holding something. I think I was supposed to be about to shoot someone and someone else shoots them because I can't. But what? Let's examine this bit. Like, what am I doing with my mouth? Is it just me or does it look kind of bad? The jolt? Clearly didn't have any fight skills here. That was not a natural reaction to being like, scared, basically, of like, oh, someone's just shot him. Ugh. Yeah, not good.
No threat to us anymore. We didn't have to shoot him down this far. Yeah, but at this point, I'm not sure what's worse.
Oh, I sound so young. Oh, it's okay. It's cute. It's cute. That's all I can say. It's alright. Like, well, considering I got the role, they saw something in me, so that's a bonus. But let's look at the positives. We always need to look at the positives and what is good. The lighting is lovely. I think actually it's quite nice. I think it lights up my face quite evenly. Of course now I'd like to have like that side profile lit up a bit more, but just sort of going off natural lighting, I think it's pretty decent. You know, you can maybe a little bit washed out, but for the video quality overall, it's not bad. You can see my face, the frame's not bad. It would be nicer being, you know, what's the word? We'll skip over that bit. It's not bad. I think for me though, criticism, even though I just said I was going to give good feedback, the background's a little bit messy, but it's okay. And I think my eyes are quite, well, I always like my blue eyes, but I think the positioning of where I've pointed my eyes, what am I on about? My brain is gone. My brain is gone. clearly this shows where I'm at. My eyesight spot is pretty on point. I don't think it's too bad. You can still see my eyes quite well. I'm not looking up too high or low and things, apart from when I'm looking at my lines. But I think it's okay overall, and it's a sweet performance, and yeah, it's alright. What do you think? Am I being too harsh on myself? Is it alright, or does it just scream amateur or beginner? But yeah, it's cute, it's alright. And they said they really loved it, and I got the part, so it wasn't too bad. Because that was quite a short one, I want to share with you a video that is so embarrassing for me, and it's like that feeling because I remember it, and I was so embarrassed and ashamed of myself. It was an assessment at university. First time reading out any lines of scripts on screen. I didn't do my homework, didn't learn the lines. It was literally like 4 lines that I had to remember. That's it. And me being lazy clearly at this point and not taking it seriously, I didn't learn it. When they were like, oh, we need someone to demonstrate and do the lines, me, some reason being confident, was like, yeah, I'll do it. Because no one was putting their hand up at this point. I think everyone went on a night out before. But I said, yeah, I'll do it to impress her, thinking, yeah, I've got this in the bag, being all confident. I fluffed this so bad, like, I still remember this being a pinnacle moment for me at university of like, I can never do that again. Like, that was so embarrassing, and I let myself down, I let my teacher down. I didn't want to do that again. Like, I honestly thought, she must think I'm an absolute numpty and I shouldn't be here, and I clearly don't care. Yeah, I want to share it to you because it kind of just shows that you need to be dedicated. You want to do this, you need to want to do this. And we all start somewhere, and you know, you do have moments like this. Hopefully you won't have moments like this within your career, because that's not good. But in training, this is perfectly normal, and it's good to make mistakes at, you know, whilst you're training or at university and things like that, and even in projects, to be fair. But it's all a learning process, and I wanted to share this because, as I said, this is like a pinnacle moment for me with my mindset of, I can never do this again. I need to give it all that I can do and do my research, practice, memorize lines as well as I can, and really spend the time on my craft and my profession. But anyway, let's just show you. It's bad, and it was the first take. Oh, mate, my teacher was not impressed. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this, because this is what you should not do. Don't do it.
Camera rolling.
Set.
Oh, full stop.
Bethany,
100 mils.
when did you notice?
Just now when I did the dangerous drug check.
And it didn't go missing the same time as the last lot?
No, doctor, it couldn't.
Oh, thanks.
Perfect.
I suggest that we get the locks on the cabinet changed.
I've already arranged for that.
Okay, and we need to get all the drugs checked immediately.
I want every grain of every drug accounted for. Okay, we'll have...
Oh, that was so bad. Mate, that face, man. That, like... that... Oh, that's so bad, man. You can hear everyone laughing as well when I forget the lines and I go off screen. My eyesight, you can tell. I'm in frame, I'm like... so bad. Oh, sorry, plain alert. It's so bad, man. Like... Oh, what's the word when you get, like... second-hand embarrassment for myself. This is what I'm getting. Like, it's just brutal, mate. Let's play the second one. Let's see if I've done any better.
And action.
Bethany,
100 mils.
when did you notice?
Just now when I did the dangerous drug check.
And it didn't go the same time as the last lot?
No, doctor, it couldn't.
Okay, thanks. I think we should get all the locks changed for the cabinets immediately.
I've already arranged for that.
And we need to get every grain of every drug checked.
Oh.
Yes, doctor.
Alright, I've done a lot better on my second take. That's... I remember, like, her doing a speech of how you shouldn't do this, and it worked good, man. It worked good. Yeah, I thought I'd show you that because I found it when I was trying to find my self-tape. Well, my first self-tape, so, yeah, enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed it. I just want to do a quick video of reacting to something and, yeah, see my process of how I've got along over the years. Excuse you. Sorry, my Max interrupted. I hope you enjoy. And if there's anything else you'd like to see, any other performances or whatever you like, just let me know and I will get that sorted for you. Anyway, I'll leave you here. Have a great day, night, wherever you are, and take care. Goodbye. Goodbye. Perfect. Who am I? French? That did sound French, didn't it? Baby. You can tell my pronunciation is very good. Probably still isn't good now. What do you want? No.